As a supplement to the schedule, I've created the Builder's Daily Construction Guide. This important guide gives the person managing the construction of the home a list of items that need to be done each day throughout the schedule. The guide is broken up into two sections, the first being Quality Check. This section lists out items that must be checked at the end of the day the work is completed. This should be completed the same day the work was done to check for damage, cleanliness, and theft. If time goes by, you'll become less certain of who may be the root cause of the problems. Digital pictures with a date stamp are a good idea for any items that are of concern. These can be emailed to the responsible subcontractor the same day. The second section in the Builder's Daily Construction Guide is Prepare for Tomorrow. These items should be completed in preparation for tomorrow's activity. Being proactive and communicating properly are keys to running a tight project. Let's take a look at excavation. Quality check items include asking the excavator if he or she encountered any unsuitable soil. Remember, we don't want the weight of the house resting on soil that cannot withstand the pressure. The next item is to make sure the machine operator placed the dirt from the hole so that concrete trucks have access to all corners of the foundation. Essentially, the excavator places the dirt to create ramps. You want the concrete trucks to have access to all corners of the foundation so you don't have to pay for a pump truck. These are very expensive. The guide also reminds you to check the footer area to make sure no loose fill was placed here. We want the soil under all footers to be virgin soil. If the excavator dug the hole too deep in an area and put the dirt back, there's a chance this area will settle over time, and settlement can create structural problems. You also want to check to make sure the hole dug matches the plan. Check to make sure the garage was left unexcavated, but the topsoil should have been removed from all slab areas. Once again, topsoil is organic and will deteriorate and settle over time, which can cause structural problems. The Builder's Daily Construction Guide also tells you to check to see if the hubs are in. The surveyor places what we call offset hubs on two corners of the location of the future foundation. There are two stakes, each 10 feet from the corner, in two different locations to allow the contractor to find the exact location to put the foundation. This drawing shows an example of offset hubs installed. Remember, the house stakes will be removed when the excavator digs the hole. So the offset hubs are there to give the footer subcontractor the locations of the corners of the building. This prevents the surveyor from having to come back after the hole is excavated. Lastly, the guide tells us to check the excavation depth with a fixed point to make sure it's correct. An example of a fixed point might be a curb or a fire hydrant, any permanent object that doesn't move. Check with your excavator to make sure this has been done. We'll also have your foundation contractor verify this as a backup. I can't emphasize enough how critical this is. There are a whole bunch of items that are affected by the height of the foundation, including driveway slope, grading, drainage, sewer lines, and something else you probably might not have thought of. If your house is set too low, where do you think the new community swimming pool might end up? The next section in the guide lists things that must be done to prepare for tomorrow. For the excavation activity we have, Prepare for Soil Check. You want to call the soils engineer to confirm he's coming tomorrow to check the soil in the footer locations. Okay, the schedule and the Builder's Daily Construction Guide really do go hand in hand to steer you through the complete construction process. Now, you've got everything you need to build your dream home. But before you get started, let's touch on two additional topics that you might be interested in: green building and building for resale.